Hey everybody, Vice here. Welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest 3 Redux. Let's continue on with reading this book. I already read the first page last episode. Okay, here we go. Gonna be a lot of reading. Day 3. It seems that my fears were warranted. Manannan keeps near constant eye on me nowadays. I feel like a field mouse under an owl's gaze. But for all my master's diligence, vigilance, wow, I can't say words. I have managed to collect things: corks, forks, oddly shaped stones, and anything I dare call my own. My quarters are their keep and will remain so while I live under this roof. In the meantime, I look forward to my next excursion. Excursion? Yeah, that's it. Excursion. I promised that barmaid I would pay another visit. Day 4, 2 hours. That's how long the wizard had me hanging from the kitchen rafters, and only because I missed the smallest spot on my sweeping. That's one of the punishments if you don't do your jobs correctly. That stupid cat. It waited until I finished before trampling ash from the fireplace. I have to get away, if only to save myself from further headaches and humiliation. Day 6. My brief outings are risky, but no less regular. Each day rewards me with greater insight. Today was the most fascinating. I have seen my first ship. For too long I stood on the pier in awe of its massive mats and mainsail. The sailors directed me to the tavern where I made their captain's acquaintance. The old salt keenly related his tales of treasure and pirates, and when asked if I might join his crew, he proceeded to test my natural knowledge. My answers must not have impressed him, for he said that I was too old to be a cabin boy. I left disappointed, yet hopeful that I may yet meet a seafarer willing to enlist a novice. Bleh, too many big-ish words and too much reading. Day 8. A week remains before I come of age. I shall expect no better treatment from Manannan then, nor do I dare hope that freedom will accompany my adulthood. If I am to enjoy a semblance of this life, then I do what I must do. I spent the last 2 days in town cleaning practically everything I could find, so as to earn enough to pay my way aboard that vessel. This is my only chance. Manannan does not often take such long journeys, and this is my every intent to be gone by the time he returns. Whew. Day 11. I rose early this morning and packed my few belongings. I barely slept. It was a dangerous descent in the pre-dawn haze, but by the time I reached the base of the mountain, I was smiling more broadly than I thought possible. This lasted about 30 paces, after which I don't remember anything for some time. The lump on my head, along with my missing position, suggests that I was attacked by that band of lawless mongrels. It was well past noon when I staggered onto the pier. The ruffians must have dealt me a fair blow, because it took me several minutes to realize that I no longer had any money, and several more to notice that the ship had sailed. Manannan returned right in the evening, demanding supper. It was fortunate that he paid little attention to my appearance, with a pear-sized bulge up top and eyes redder than embers. I must have looked a sight. Day 12. What did they say about clouds and linings? I don't know, but I found something today which lifted my spirits. While dusting my study, I noticed that a few of the books were attached to the shelves and made a curious sound when moved. After fiddling with them for some time, I was surprised to see the trapdoor in the floor. How I managed to miss that all these years, I'll never know. Unfortunately, the noise has woken Manannan, and I had no choice but to leave this secret unexplored. For now. And then this password is actually random. As soon as you click the book on yourself, it picks a random password. This is actually a pretty decent one. To watch me mess it up somehow. Day 13. I waited for Manannan to resume his usual spying on the townsfolk before returning to the study. Descending through the trapdoor, I found myself in my master's workroom, his den of dark design. Certain the spells could assist me once the necessary ingredients were found. I headed for the staircase. On the floor lay a scrap of paper. I picked it up and behold my doom. Written over and over down one side was a list of names. My name. each dated 18 years apart. I have little time. Day 15. It's nearly dawn. I have no more need for sleep. Despite a day and night spent scouring Ludor, one vital ingredient has eluded me. The mandrake root. If it exists, then it is not my destiny to find it, nor to escape. He and my freedom will hide in the remote part of Ludor. Today is Gwydion's 18th Today is this Gwydion's 18th birthday. I can only hope the next will have a better one, for that is all I feel as I go to see my master one final time.
The rest of the pages are blank.
Welp. So yes, we definitely need a mandrake root. It's one of the main ingredients we need. And we need this password to go down below stairs, which I'm actually going to risk doing right now since Manannan's asleep. Whew, that was a lot of reading. And I forgot what it was. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Wow, my brain already forgot. Okay. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, this. There we go. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't actually wake up and kill me immediately when I go down here. That's good. And this is the secret basement where he makes the spells, and we're gonna make spells too.
The shelves are filled with numerous items. Most of the bottles are unmarked. There are a few things that interest you, though. Most of the bottles...
Once I find them.
You pick up the bottle labeled saffron and take it with you. You pick up the bottle labeled toadstool powder and take it with you. You pick up the bottle labeled toad spittle and take it with you. You pick up the empty flask and take it with you. Most of the bottle... You pick up the bottle labeled nightshade juice and take it with you. You pick up the bottle labeled ground fish scales and take it with you. It's locked.
Does this work?
You can't use that.
Okay, I think that's actually a permanently locked chest, actually.
The wizard has a desk. There is nothing that looks awfully useful on that desk.
Yeah, I'm just gonna replace the save here. Yes. Okay, now we need to be careful here.
Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, a flint, measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. You take a closer look at the wizard's work table.
Creepy music, isn't it? Actually, before I talk about that...
Covered with gold trimmings, the old book's leather cover is cracked and worn, its pages yellowed and brittle. The title, however, is clear: The Sorcery of Old. You eagerly thumb through page after page of what you assume to be magic formulas. The ink of the old handwriting is faint and barely readable. Most of the formulas are indecipherable, but a few are in a language you know. You treat the old book with great care, as you can tell it contains recipes for some very old and powerful magic spells. Your hands shake as you realize this book could be the key to your escape from the evil Manannan.
if I make one mistake...
This is the first.
Okay, good. If I make one mistake, you just pretty much just die here. Let's see.
This is...
Understanding the language of creatures. Fly like an eagle or fly. That's the one I'm going to want first. Teleportation at random. Causing a deep sleep. Enhancing musical talent. Which is actually new to this game. Version of the game. Brewing a storm. Becoming invisible. Turning into a cat. And unlike the original version, which still here...
This page has been torn from the book.
Turning another into a cat. We have to turn Manannan into a cat to permanently get rid of him so he doesn't bother us anymore. But the other page we need is gone. Not here. Missing. That's different from the original. Also, from the original, the music was also different, and I'd argue in the original version of King's Quest 3, the music was actually creepier. Also, in the original, you would also die if you make a mistake. The problem... The game didn't tell you how to do the spells or anything, because in the original King's Quest 3, all the spell making in that game was basically the game's copyright protection of the game. So basically, you had to have a guide that basically told you how to make the spells, and then you had to type it out. And if you make one typing error, you just die, and it was very annoying. I'll probably edit that on screen and let you listen to that while I'm also messing around with this a bit while I'm dying here. I'm actually going to show off the first death here, and then I'm going to keep doing more like deaths because all the deaths basically say the same thing, which I can do right here by doing this, I think. Yep.
You shouldn't try making up your own spells.
That's basically a meme because, like I said, you make one little mistake and you'll be hearing that death message over and over and over. It's really annoying. Anyway, I'm going to start showing off most of these animation of deaths while I'm also editing in the original King's Quest 3 version of the basement with the spellbook and the guide protection and whatnot that I talked about earlier.
You shouldn't try making up your own spells. You take a cover. You eat most. You shouldn't try making up your own spells. You take covered. You most. You shouldn't try making up your own spells. You cover. You eat most. You shouldn't try making up your own. You take a closer cover. You most. The incantation for this spell has been torn from the book. You You shouldn't try making up your own spells.
You should try making up your own spells when you begin. Anyway,
You take a closer...
we're actually going to look at this
most-
again because I want to look at this. Saffron we already got. Jar of Rose we already got. Returns my fun. Now done. Okay, good. I think we already have the stuff to make this. Put a pinch of saffron into a jar of rose petal essence.
Inside the jar, you add a pinch of saffron to the vial marked Rose Petal Essence.
Except I don't have the wand, so... rip.
With trepidation, you prepare to recite the
Spirit.
Covered. You most of...
I like how you can't recite the spell twice or else it fails.
You shouldn't try making up your own spells.
Okay, so I have the ability to make that, and I'm gonna want to right away, so let's quickly go get the wand out from...
You are not close. You are not. Every...
I hate it when the cat does that.
You are... Inside. You take... This...
Come here, cat.
Your hand. Every... Nimbly. You manage...
Okay, good. The Manannan didn't wake up from that.
You take a...
I did get the wand, right? Okay, good. I didn't make a mistake again.
Covered. You eat most...
Like eagle. Pinch of saffron. In the rose.
You add a pinch of saffron
Petal
to the
essence.
vial marked Rose Petal Essence. With trepidation, you prepare to recite the flying like an eagle or a fly incantation.
Spirits of air, cloud and breeze, lend me your wings that I may seize the opportunity to fly. Allow me passage through the sky.
Wave the wand over the jar of essence.
You wave the magic wand over the vial of Rose Petal Essence.
And there we go. We made the spell. Nice. Now, quickly.
You pull out your magic map.
Here.
You feel a string.
That's wasting time. Please. Really?
After recovering from a whack on the head at the hand...
That's fine as long as they didn't take... Okay, good.
It's not wise to mix... Picking off its wing. You decide...
Come on. And we go in
in
the
your
tree.
insect form, you fit easily through the hole in the tree. As you buzz around inside the tree, you notice a rope dangling from above. You decide to get out of the tree before the spell wears off.
And I think the game automatically makes the spell wear off. Nice. And now that we know it's
You
there...
feel around inside the hollow tree and discover a rope stretching up into the tree.
Nice.
You pull it, and, to your amazement, a rope ladder falls from the branches above.
I'll take that. Save. Let's look in here first.
A rough opening in the planks serves as the doorway to this ramshackle treehouse. A hole cut into the side acts as a window. Though you can see little of the interior, there seems to be a figure sleeping in a chair.
When the game says there's a figure sleeping in the chair, it's safe to
Within
go
the
in.
treehouse, a sleeping bandit slumps face down on the table, occasionally stirring. Take care not to get too close, or you might wake him.
Or
The scout that would Gravity 1, Gwydion 0.
okay.
You open the chest and retrieve your stolen items. You very carefully lift the coin purse off the table, practically from under the sleeping bandit's nose.
Come on, there we go. That's why I wasn't worrying about getting caught at that moment. That was weird. Oh, let me just make this easier on me, because I hate traveling that way.
You feel a
There we go. Let's go quickly buy some stuff.
Good day.
The purse contains some gold coins.
I'd like to purchase something.
Certainly.
You count out 4 coins and give.
Salt gotten.
You count out 10 coins.
Pouch gotten.
You count out.
Lard gotten.
You count.
Fish oil gotten. Got them all.
You pat the hairy dog and are rewarded with a handful of malted hair.
You can pet the dog in King's Quest 3 in any other versions. Okay, moving on. And now we can deal with this, but that's going to be saved for next time.